Your assistant isn't very good.
All right. Sacked, Alison. Hi, everybody. Welcome to What Do You Want to Know Wednesday. We'll say hello, girls.
Hello, girls. Hi.
Okay, so we're chatting today about, I missed last week's. What was last week's? I can't remember. Limited time offer.
When Karen and Rachel and I had a conversation between the three of us on, what was it?
LTOs.
Oh, LTO.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
So last week's meeting was all about limited time offers, which pretty much came at a perfect time, didn't it, with Monsters Inc. being launched. How exciting and smooth was the launch of Monsters Inc. It was awesome.
It was easy. I waltzed out again like at 10 past.
I'm going to say sorry for that to the people in the UK and region too, because I don't think they had such a smooth process as what we did. I think it all it wasn't an easy couple of hours for them, I don't think, but for us in region 3 it worked really well. I'm hoping I didn't even get like a countdown. I just went, I had that first screen. Yeah,
it was just queue, and then all of a sudden straight in the page came up. Click gone out.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, so today we're talking to you about Scentsy Club. So the theme really of this month is sort of generate PRV through other avenues. So we've got the avenues of partying that we have, but we're looking at like different income producing activities last week and this week. Next week and the last week in November are a little bit different, but yeah, these 2 weeks here are about sales as such and generating, and the last 2 are all about team building. So Scentsy Club, why should you promote it to your customers? I absolutely love Scentsy Club. It's been something that I got on board with earlier on in the year through one of the superstar directors, Chloe Cox, over in America, was who I follow and watch their trainings and stuff. They're very much behind it, and they have been. And I think as a company, Scentsy are, they have made it so much more user friendly and a lot more easier to understand. I know when it first came out, I was a bit like, I don't get this at all, you know. So yeah, I think they've made it a lot more user friendly when they did the changes earlier on this year, and since then I've had a lot more people jump on board. My aim is to, by the middle of next year, to have 1,000 PRV generated each month through Scentsy Club. So what this means, why as a consultant you benefit from this, is can you imagine just having 1,000 PRV generated every month with you not actually having to do anything? You know? Don't have to do anything, but it's just going to keep recurring, and that frees up your time to go out and get new customers, join more people to the club, share the opportunity. So it's freeing up your time massively. So that's why it's such a good tool, I think, as a consultant. It's also super beneficial to the customers as well. What they get is, if they spend $51, which, I mean, if you're going to have a subscription, you would think that you would spend at least between $50 and $100 as a minimum anyway. So for $51 they're going to get 10% off, and the golden nugget, I think, with Scentsy Club is when they spend 102 they get that half price. So you get from $51 onwards, you get 10% off your order, whatever you spend, and then you get an extra, and you get a half price to use. Now what my Scentsy Club customers do, and how I've hooked most of them into Scentsy Club, is the whiff box. So for me, it's those people that are ordering the whiff boxes and they're loving them. I've told them to set up their Scentsy Club subscription, get their wax, get their whiffs, and then use that half price to get their whiff box for half price. Yeah. So that's what I do personally as well. Like, I will have a whiff box myself each month on my subscription, and my half price gets you for my whiff box subscription, and I give that to somebody each month. That's a really cool customer that's, like, I don't know, been really active in my VIP group, so that's just the gift that I give to a customer each month at random, and I know I've only spent 25, 50 on it. So I think the whiff box is a really good tool to use when explaining the Scentsy Club to people. You get 3 different subscriptions, so they can have more than one subscription as well. So they could have their bars on monthly, their whiffs on bi-monthly, and then you also get every third month as well. So you can have like more than one subscription running, or you can just have that one. Oh, what happened?
Oh, she's gone. Where's she gone?
Maybe your battery died.
Don't know. Hold on. She'll message me in a minute and go. Maybe I'll just pause. Hold on. Jim, go.
Sorry, guys, someone just called me. Okay, so I was saying about the different types of subscriptions you can have with Scentsy Club. So you can have it every month, every other month, or every third. Them to use on your PWS for sure, by actually going in and letting them play. And I think by letting them go in and play around and see what they can add, I don't know, mine keep adding to it as well. So they go in and they play around with it and go, oh, maybe don't want this month, but oh, I can get that. And you know what I mean? So they're just having that shopping experience, and they're learning how to use our website as well, which is great when it comes to like limited time offers and all that sort of stuff as well. So I think they're like key points to it. And then talking about limited time offers, you've got the Always Get My Bar, which I love. For those, Alison, did you say you've got a subscription? You've got a Scentsy Club subscription at the moment, or?
Yeah, I've got one for me and customers. They've got their own as well. Yes. So.
And Karen, you've got like the bars that you love that have gone. Yeah.
I've had a few customers that have had things in the Scentsy Club and things like that, and they stop and start them and everything.
Yeah.
And in New Zealand, it's $55 for the 10% to start, and 110
for the.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think the good thing too is that come round to discontinued time, which that'll be coming up soon, transition month, is also something that, you know, I mean, like I know last transition I had heaps of customers with newborn nursery. So what I did for a couple of months was I added newborn nursery in for a couple of months, kept it here, and then at least if I had some customers that like didn't want to do it with their subscription or whatever it might be, I've got some here, and then I just cut it off and changed it and whatever. So I think that's a really good way too.
Yeah, definitely. Well, one of the things with your subscription, you can't increase. One of the things to know about the bars is you can't increase them. You can decrease them. You can skip 1 month. If you skip more than that, those bars will be removed for good. So if it isn't Always Get My Bar, and it is something that you really love, you just got to make sure that you don't skip the subscription to keep it going. But obviously they can cancel it at any time. Like, it's not something that they're tied into or anything like that. Yeah. One of the great things
plenty of warnings as well. Like if they don't accidentally remove a bar that's actually discontinued or out of stock or whatever it might be, gives them plenty of warnings. So yeah.
With the limited time wax offers as well, I don't know if you guys are aware, but even if they sell out, you have 30 days to add them into your Scentsy Club subscription. So say the Christmas bars that are out at the moment, even if they sold out tomorrow, we would still have another 30 days, and so would your customers to go, right, I want to add the marshmallow one in. So that's a really great tool as well. If they've absolutely fell in love, like Pima Cotton in their international collection, I loved it, Rach. Did you not like it?
That's a mine.
I love it. And that went straight to Scentsy Club. The Cinderella bars in there, newborn nursery, you know, like just all the ones, and especially with the LTOs when they come out, I loved that they could do that.
The holiday ones are gone. The holiday ones have sold out of stock.
Yeah. Oh, are they gone now? Have they gone today?
Yep, today.
Wow, there you go. So you've got 30
mine yet. Mine are coming, but it'll be good because once they come, I can, you know, add them in because there's apparently a couple that are really nice.
It's the same with Bring Back My Bar. So if you can get your customers voting at for the Bring Back My Bars and getting them falling in love with those, so it gets them in the voting process, gets them excited all about that, and then they get to add them into their Scentsy Club subscription. So it is like being a little special club. One of the things that I do for my Scentsy Club people is I treat them every month. So I make up a special, so I send out samples and stuff to my PWS orders, but my Scentsy Club people, because they're loyal and they're buying every single month, they get a special pack from me. So they'll get full size products. They might get like a really generous sample of Counter Clean or something like that. So they'll get really, really generous samples of stuff each and every month for something different. And it's something that I use in my VIP group. When I was doing the fragrance mist the other day, like talking about them, I was going, oh, if you're in the Scentsy Club, this is going to be part of your Happy Mail pack next month. I'm going to send out some really good samples of these for you to try. So people start going, okay, well, what's that? It's like cool. It's like creating that sort of ethos of what is this? What's this all about? You know.
Mm.
So also I've got a couple more things, and then that's it. Sorry. The scent of the month you can add on to your Scentsy Club as well.
That's in mine. Next month I add whatever the scent of the month is. I add that's already in automatically. Mm.
So that's a great tool for your customers.
Yeah.
The sample, and for your customers to actually have the scent of the month being delivered to them early every single month from their subscription. Awesome. And I love the fact that on the workstation now that it's got its own tab, which makes it so much easier.
A lot easier.
Before all you had was an email through saying that someone had joined, and then you had to wait for it to come into your order history for you to even know what it was. So having that tab on the workstation now, it makes it even easier to keep track. And it is something that we should be offering to our regular customers that are ordering often. They should be being offered the Scentsy Club for them to save that 10% or get that half price item.
Since Scentsy need to come out with a trifold little thing on it, I reckon. I mean, even though it's in the catalogue, like a lot of I use a lot of my product sheets. Hey Nat, a lot of my product sheets for stuff as well. Like if I'm sending out like a sample, I'll pop that in or whatever it might be. So it'd be nice if they had a trifold. Anyway, if not, I'll make one up myself.
I think it's because it's not a new thing. I think before it was so hard to get your head round, and since it's become an easier thing, I think we're promoting it a lot more, but it's still really new and it's in early days, and people need to get used to it as well. So it's something that we definitely need to be talking about a lot with our customers, you know, sharing it on our customer pages and IP groups and stuff. One of the things that I would really recommend for everybody is to have their own Scentsy Club subscription, because you need to know how to work it. You need to know you need to know how to play with it. You need to know how to add things, take things off, cancel stuff. Like you need to know what sort of emails are being generated so that you know what your customers are getting and seeing. So it's just going to make the whole process of you offering it to your customers so much easier if you know what you're talking about, rather than just reading an FAQ on Workstation, you know. And look, you can have a Scentsy Club subscription for $51. Like get your samples, you know, like get a whiff box each month delivered. So whiff boxes are so amazing to showcase to your customers anyway, like do a live, show them what's in this month's whiff box. So use your subscription for that, you know. But yeah, I that would be like my big recommendation would be have your own Scentsy Club subscription. I keep wanting to say subscription.
I add into mine as well the cotton cleanups. I usually get one a month. So I've got a whiff box, my scent of the month, and the cotton cleanups are always my basic, and then everything else changes from there, because you know, I'll use them for parties, I'll use them for myself, and I'll use them to give out for to people with a sample if they're wanting wax, or you know, borrow bags, borrow baskets, that sort of thing as well. So I get those chucked in as well. And that's it. Then you've got then you're 10% off, because you've got your whiff box. Everything else is 10% off.
Yeah, bulbs on a Scentsy Club subscription. Like I get all my bulbs through my Scentsy Club subscription. Just like a couple of mini bulbs and a full-size bulb each month comes through. You know, so I've always got some in to offer to my customers. But for them to have those sort of accessories on there as well, I think is great.
Yep.
Any other questions? Any other points anyone wants to make?
How does the 10% off work that Alison just said? Sorry.
So 50, they only have to spend $51 on their Scentsy Club subscription to get the 10% off. If they spend 102, they get the 10% off, and they get a half price as well. So we were saying like how beneficial it is from to have a Scentsy Club order, and how a lot of my Scentsy Club customers they use the Scentsy Club to get that half price whiff box.
Right. That's really good, isn't it? I haven't really looked into it because every time wax bars are going out of, like, discontinued, I'm like, right, I'm going to join up. And then I'm like, nah, and then I wait, and then it's too late. Now I wish I'd made like newborn nursery, lovely light. She's so
We were
many.
just talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should have done it earlier, but I keep putting it off. And now
Yeah.
really set it so it's beneficial for everybody for you to join it. I didn't realise how good it really was. So
Yeah, well,
good to know.
what we were saying at the beginning of the call, when they first brought it out, it was really complicated and really vague. Nobody quite knew what you got. And now, like, since they've changed it, $51, they get $51 onwards, they get 10% off the whole order. As soon as they spend $102, it's a little bit more in New Zealand, and obviously depending on the region you're in, they get a half price. And like I said, I got most of my people that are in my Scentsy Club started off ordering whiff boxes, and then I was like, right, do you know that you can get this at half price? We've just got to talk about it with them, and you can talk about it if you use it. You can't.
That's right.
Yeah.
What about the shipping? I remember it mentioning shipping.
Yeah, shipping's charged like it would be on a PWS order.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Thank you. I'll get onto it because, it's silly not to for people that are shopping all the time. Like, I've got customers that continuously buy off me, and they're spending probably about $120. So why would they? Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Well, they're going to get a discount by doing it as a subscription.
And we were saying before, well, like, I get about 500 PRV a month from my Scentsy Club subscriptions. My aim is to get 1,000. Like, that's 1,000 PRV generated each month without you having to do a party, without you having to go out physically and sell anything. That's going to free up your time to do other income producing activities. And what you've got to think of, guys, is if they're setting up their own subscription and they're maintaining it and they're going in and they're changing it and ordering it, and they're setting themselves up to be consultants. That's what they're doing. They're working it and ordering, and they're the people that we should be like. That's a massive opportunity for us to get new recruits each month for our Scentsy Club subscriptions. So for me, it's a win-win. I think it's an awesome idea. It's an awesome product to be able to offer people. Anyone else? Anything? Other questions or anything else to add? Or
no, I don't think so.
Are we all good? Okay, guys. Thank you so much for taking some time out today and joining us.
Sorry, I keep muting myself because it's super noisy here.
All right, guys. Well, we'll get it loaded up onto Skies, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.